Sure, I
Some of their
believe
colleagues
that.
are not in line with it, and
And there are rules that are against
there are
such.
rules that are against it. So no matter how plain I feel that lecturer wants to say it, he will not say it
He's
in.
still scared. Yeah,
Yes, he's
sure.
still scared.
Helita, what do you think about bribery as concerns our Nigerian campuses today?
Okay. Bribery is a situation of giving something to someone
Okay.
in hope of gaining a favor
All right.
that is not.
A favor not deserved. Sure.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
So, like, it is a way of paying someone
Okay.
to get something that you cannot afford.
Okay.
Then you pay someone to get it.
Sure. So so that is I feel students who they don't know what they actually want for school. They don't want to go to they don't want to go through the stress of having to read
Study.
or having to do a lot of things. They
Yeah.
just settle for bribery and all that. So back to the question I want. So what are the main causes of bribery? Like I've mentioned one already. Students who don't want to go through the stress of reading their books and all that, they just go straight into okay, lecturer, please help me, I'm going to give you this for this.
Yeah.
Money for marks, money for favor, money for admission, money for this. So what do you think is the cause of bribery in our campus? Like you've mentioned, I know you mentioned one, lecturers.
Yes.
Yeah, corrupt lecturers, sure.
Corrupt lecturers.
Okay.
Secondly, which I even believe is the first, is fear of the unknown.
Okay.
You bribe because you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow.
Mm,
Yes, is the reason why today when you look at it, this same student, they get out of school, they can't defend the
sure,
so-called
have they
results.
graduates? You don't know
Yes,
what you wrote there, but you just
yes.
want to come out with a first class.
So he bribed his way through school. He's done with school now. He needs to get a job. He's
There's
afraid he
nothing
will
in the
not get. He will
brain.
still bribe. So it's a
Yeah.
circle.
Oh, it's a back. Ah,
It's a circle.
yeah. Thank you. That is
Yes,
a background.
it's a background.
You started from bribing your way to get that result, and
Yes,
because you cannot defend the results,
you
you
still
you,
have
you
to
have to
bribe
bribe for the job. That is it,
to
from
keep you
school. You
there.
are taking it outside the
It
world.
continues, and sorry to say, it has extended so much to the family. Yes, someone said something that for every individual that you see on the street that is messing up,
Okay.
is not doing things rightly, does not have a good value or norm, it
Okay.
actually started as a family problem.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
family
Sure.
problem now, it wasn't treated by the parents or by his siblings that could curb him.
Okay.
It now resulted to a societal problem. Yes, that's why you see that today we have many persons. I don't like mentioning names. We have many persons that we know we've appointed or elected to be in a certain position,
And they
but
can't. They
yes,
can't
they
deliver.
They
can't
don't
deliver.
have
It
the
started from
Yeah.
the
funds.
home.
Yeah.
It
So
started.
those people are people that grew amongst us. They
The,
grew and they became those persons.
yes,
So I think that is a major cause of bribery.
yes, fear of the
Foundation,
unknown.
yeah, fear of the unknown.
Foundation.
And I think again, poor accountability system. Like there's nobody checking. There's no check and balance,
There's no check and
like in
balance.
in an academic system, in a school where the admin, they don't care what the lecturers are doing with the students. They don't care how
Okay, for this, let me
yes.
cut you, please. Just last week, or
All
should I say
right.
2 weeks ago, because it wasn't really last week,
Okay.
the results for my department came out.
Okay.
Yes. So there's this lecturer. What
Okay.
he says is, if you don't write what I feel is okay, I can't score you.
It's not what is okay, what he
What he
feels,
feels. So the
which
your
is
mark
bad.
is based on his feeling. Do you
And
know?
if he's not feeling right,
If he's not feeling right, you are not going anywhere. And it's
oh
a core
God.
course you have to pass,
Oh
so
dear.
long as you are in my department. So for only this man's course, you have over 90% of students who fail.
Nine no, 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 that's a huge
And
estimate.
90%.
No, 90% is too much.
it's
No,
not
don't
too
say
much. I know what I'm
90.
saying.
You mean that everybody failed?
Everybody failed.
Yeah, that means
If
everybody failed. Do
the
you know
the
what ninety
person
percent is?
the
A chunk of
percentage,
the
yes, the
students.
percentage of those that did not fail are not more than 2 to 3%.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You could imagine that in a program, okay, in a program, let me
Oh
say
sure.
program A, B, C. In a program A, they have 90% of students that failed.
Failing.
Yes. For B, you have 95. For C, you have 80. When you take the aggregate, you realize that you still fall within the range of 90s.
Oh my God. Oh
And
my God.
the
That's
university
too
is not
much.
doing anything about it.
So I think is of course that falls within the weak monitoring system, like
Yes, very weak.
the poor accountability system. There's no check and
No
balance
check and
where the
balance.
lecturers are or where the students are, what is going on. There's
What is
no
going on?
strong watchdog watching them. I think that is another major cause.
Yes.
Halisa, can you give us like one cause of uh bribery in our campus today?
We have corrupt school administration.
That's exactly what I think we just talked about. They are corrupt. Corrupt school administrators, they are very corrupt. They don't care what is happening in the classroom. Or even if there's something happening in the classroom, it doesn't concern them
It's none
because
of
they
their
get a
business.
course. If a
Yes.
student bribes to pass a course, maybe they get a course at the level where they are. So maybe that is why they keep quiet and all that. I think again, greediness. Greediness on the part of the
The
lecturer. They
lecturers.
want more money from students. The salary they are paying them is not
It's not
enough. Yeah, it's
enough.
not enough. Uh, um, you're still tuned into Jordan 93.9 FM Abuja. I promised to open the phone line by exactly 30 minutes into the show, but we had a little bridge in communication and we're trying our best to just rush through the topic so we can get something out before we open our phone line. So I'm going to take 5 more minutes of your time before I open the phone line for you to call in and add your voice. Please just keep jotting down what you have to tell us on this program. So back to what I wanted to ask you, what why do students pay bribe? Like we've mentioned the what causes it. So you've said one before, um fear of the unknown. That is why they
Yeah.
engage in bribery. So to get good grades and all that.
Yeah.
And there's something that marvels me sometimes. In our country, Nigeria example, somebody, a poor woman who is hustling in the market trying to make ends meet, and she's struggling to send her son to school or her daughter to school, and then there's a scholarship program, and this scholarship program, the son of this poor woman doesn't get it, but the son of a very wealthy man who
The
could
same scholarship is supposed
obviously,
to be for the poor
yes, for the
masses.
poor, who could obviously afford this scholarship is now the person selected for this program. What do you have to say about this kind of thing? Because I still think this falls within bribery.
Yes,
Because
it
sometimes
does.
they still bribe their way. You see a very intelligent boy, or a man, a poor boy who can't get the scholarship, or a rich boy from a very rich home that obviously can sponsor it, that even if they give him that scholarship, the father should say no, my son
Yes.
shouldn't go on this scholarship because I can afford it. Give it to the son of a poor woman or somebody who can't get this. What do you think about this?
I so much believe in one thing,
All right.
that whatsoever is not meant for you and you take it.
Sure. It
Definitely,
comes
it
back.
comes
It comes
back.
back around
So
to
you
haunt you.
just deprived a young talent, a bright leader tomorrow.
Of
You
course.
just deprived him of his future at the expense of you getting your own son in place when you know you can afford it. It's actually
Yeah,
wrong.
sure. Sure.
So it still comes down that these things are systems by which we know and of a sure that is bribery. So let's look at it. The scholarship is open for those who cannot afford tuition
Sure.
fees, and the poor woman who is supposed to apply for her son or for her daughter cannot, because one rich man somewhere has
Has
robbed palm. Yes, with
honestly has
another.
greased the palm of those people.
Exactly.
Sure.
So I give you, let's say I give you 500k. I'm giving you 500k. Please make sure my son is
Gets
entitled.
in.
Yes,
Yeah,
is
let him
entitled
look
to that
as if
stuff.
he's very intelligent to have gotten this sports and all this stuff like that.
You know, I watched the movie some time ago, and it was a private higher institution.
Okay.
Okay, this guy was supposed to go to the common entrance exam, but he could not. Why? He's not studious. He's not intelligent. His dad had to buy his way, getting him expo. So the boy was
Yeah.
like, "Daddy, you don't trust me enough to."
To get this admission
Yes. So he collected the expo. When his dad left, he squeezed it and threw it away. It was the houseboy that carried it.
and got it. Yeah, sure.
So it
So I
happens.
still want to ask, like, in our educational system, Halita, there's a lot of people who sincerely desire to get into school, but because there is this set of people that sits on one spot and believes that before you get that admission, you should like grease my palm, whether you pass or not. What do you think? Like, I think is growing. There are people who have applied over and over and over and over, and they couldn't get admission because there's just something they keep telling you, you can't get in, your score is not good enough, and then you see somebody who you did better than in jam, the person
Yeah.
got the same admission, and is like, you know no road, and a person with no road now they get admission for Nigeria. What do you think about this?
Yes, it's still the bribery.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, where the rich people they pay bribe so that their children can gain
Admission, and then the poor is still there
Yes, the
struggling.
poor are still there paying for jams every year, no admission. So like to me, in this country, the rich people are the one gaining admission to school.
And they can afford both private,
Yes,
public, federal,
science,
and all that, because the
Even
poor person
abroad.
doesn't
Don't
have,
forget to
even
put abroad.
the poor man cannot. Even even in our job sectors, you see people that keep asking for such. And just like Ahmed said, this stems from the university. When you are coming out from school with that result that you bribed your way through,
Yeah.
you are definitely going to want to bribe your way to get a job, because when you get there you're scared. I can't even
You
defend
can't.
this result.
You
This
can't.
result is not
How
mine.
do you go
So
back to at
of
least 5
course,
years ago to go and be
yeah.
revisiting your
So
lecture
there are
notes?
things that you can't even defend. So you just want to bribe your way through, and then when you get in, we have incompetent people sitting in
Okay,
places
I want to
where they
ask. I
should be
want to ask a
sitting.
question.
All
How
right.
long will such a person bribe? Let's say, for example, God they bribe
as
What
long
are
forever.
you
as you
saying? As
But
have
long
you,
the
as you
but you
have the
can't
money.
bribe
money.
debt. You can't bribe your
That's
way
the
to
only
place
that's the
and
only
the wrong
place where
place.
God made everybody equal. Like, you can't bribe it.
Uh,
When it gets to
so
that
at some
point,
point it will have to stop.
yeah, it has to
Yes.
stop at that point. So that's the lesson for everybody. No matter how you push for what is not yours,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we can't bribe debts. So debt goes. So you're still tuned into Jordan 93.9 FM Abuja, and now we want to open the phone line for just two callers to call in and add their voice. Our phone line is 050863939 07050863939. Please call us and add your voice. What do you think about bribery in our educational system? What do you think about bribery as it affects education in Nigeria? All right, back to the studio as we're waiting for the calls to come in. What do you think is the effect of bribery on our education?
It has a very great effect, and it reduces the quality of our certificate when
Of
you go
course, yeah,
out of this
sure,
country.
yeah, sure.
I was speaking to someone yesterday, and the person was like, "If you have your way, my guy Japa." I said, "But I do my
That is
final
that
year."
is
Yes.
the japa is the only thing is the only thing
But the thing
people
is,
are pushing for these days.
even if you Japa, your results no make sense. You know, if you present them to white man, you say you go Harvard or you go
Do you know some
Cambridge.
people after schooling here they still go there? But do you know, at some point I don't blame people that bribe. There are students who are very intelligent in schools, like you just said, based on my feelings.
Yeah.
Anything I want is what I get. You will write and write and write. The lecturer will tell you this is not what I feel is right. And sometimes there is a curriculum, there is you've read, you've done your research, and this lecturer is telling you is based on my feelings.
Based on
You
my
just said it,
feelings.
90% will
Yes.
fail a course. Do you know some students go out there and they do better, like 100% better than what they do in
And
our campuses today?
I so much believe that if you can go through anything in this country, when you go outside of this
Honestly,
country,
it's
you will
just going to
stand
be a
out.
smooth ride. It's
Yes,
going to
you
be
will
a smooth
stand
ride.
out.
So if Japa is what
It's
is
the
the
norm of the game.
prevailing norm now,
Yes.
and our president is promising us that, oh, don't worry, leave them, they can go. I will raise men
Mm.
who will stand in the
Yes,
gap.
he has actually been raising men. He has been trying.
Yeah, now
Just
as you're raising the men, they're jackbarring if you don't keep them. Honestly, that is just it. As you raise me and you don't take care of me,
then I believe
ah,
we should make Nigeria a heaven then.
honestly, so
Yes.
that people outside can want to
They want to
come
come
back.
in.
And bribery, what are you saying about the effect of bribery on our education? He said it makes our certificates
Is
lose
yes,
value.
lose
Yeah,
value,
you
and
can't defend what is in it.
yes, and again, it tarnishes the image of the country, not just the university. It goes way beyond the
Imagine a
university.
full graduate who can defend what they read, and then
Yes.
the person needs to represent your country somewhere.
Yes, imagine.
Yeah,
You know, I've
honestly,
been opportune to
yeah,
go
sure.
for some number of competitions outside Abuja
Sure.
then when I was in primary school. And it will amaze you to know that many of those kids that are in private schools wearing their fine suit and their bow tie, they don't know
They don't know
anything.
anything.
Sorry to say.
No, don't. Okay, you said many. Okay, let's
Yes.
keep that estimate. But
Yes.
I wanted to say don't make a
No, it's not
generalization
general, but
because
it's
there are some
many.
who are really, really smart. Yeah, sure.
Many.
Some.
So
Some who are
you
really
see
smart.
them, they come out, explain what you know you constructed. They can't. You know why? They were not the ones that did the construction. They paid a technician or whosoever to
Of
do
course,
it.
to do it
While
for them.
the parents of the ones that are affluent, they come in and say, "Put my child in front. Let's see if they want to represent the school," and they can't do. They can't do
All right,
that.
our phone lines are still open to you to call in and add your voice. This is Jordan 93.9 FM Abuja, and this is your show, Real Matters. And on this show, we give you gist, reality gist on things that affect us as it affects the real world. Our phone line is 07050863939, 07050863939. Okay, Halita, can you give us like two effects on of bribery on our academic section or on education in Nigeria? What are the effects?
Okay. It reduces access to education.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, reduce access. Yeah, a poor man who can't afford to pay or to bribe their way into getting
Admission.
The tertiary
admission.
institution.
You're not even sure of paying the tuition fee. You're not even sure yet that you can pay. So going to go and pay money to get the admission is still, so it reduces the access to education, honestly, and we really, really think the government should look into that. Like, there are lots of people who wanted, really, really wanted to get into school, but because they couldn't pay just the initial deposit of getting in, they've not been there, and we have a lot of them that we
Yeah.
can testify to. And do you have another one?
Yeah. It creates low quality of learning.
Yeah, sure. Your low quality of learning,
It
honestly.
makes them to be lazy.
Yes, because they know they can just pay and
Yeah. Pass.
pass. Yeah, students are lazy.
So why read? Why stay up at
Why?
night?
Why the struggle
Yes,
of
there's no
reading?
need.
There's
If,
no
if
need.
if I'm just going to pay one lecturer to pass me or that kind of
There's no
thing.
need. Let me just sleep. Day breaks. I go to the exam hall. When I'm done, I tell the man, Alpha, let me see you later in the
Can I
office.
just pay? Can I just pay and get my certificate and get out of here?
Yes,
Can
but I
I?
also believe that it's not every lecturer that can be bribed.
No.
In as much as we
Sure,
are saying
it's
this
not a
thing,
general thing.
yes, in
No.
as much as we are saying this thing, let's strike the balance. Not
Yeah,
every
sure.
lecturer can be bribed.
And it's not every school administration that allows it.
That allows it.
Yeah, sure. So I want to close with this. What do you think can be done to curb it, even if not eradicate it? What do you think can
Okay.
be done to curb it?
Thank you for that word, even if it cannot be eradicated,
Yeah,
because
surely.
truly,
It
for corruption to be
cannot.
eradicated, it will
It
only
has
take
to
the
be a
grace.
national
Yes,
fight. Everybody have to remove pants and bra and fight.
honestly, let's go. So, to curb this stuff, I
Yeah, just
believe there
curb.
should be a system of legislation. Let's have a defined rule and regulation, a penalty for these people. If you break this thing, this is your penalty. If you don't break it, you are free to go. Okay, like I was saying, in a certain country where the prime minister
Sure.
engaged in bribery, he stole the public funds. What happened was he was forced to resign because it's written down there as a code of conduct. So I believe if our universities and the nation at large can imbibe this culture, we'll really go a long way.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure, like putting a mark, like
Putting a mark,
if somebody merits something, give it to
give it.
them.
If they
If
don't,
I write
no
jump
cutting
and I
corners.
pass, give me my space.
Exactly.
Don't ask me to pay again when I've already passed. When I write an exam and I do well, give me my score. Let students know that they can merit scores. Because I think another effect it has on students is reduces their confidence in the educational sector.
Sure, it
Like if
does.
I know that even if I read, it doesn't have any value, the lecturer will still see me as a nobody. I'll just feel
Because
like, oh,
you don't have the
let
money.
me relax.
Yes.
Since I have the money, I can just sit back, and when I sit back, during exam I come in and then I pass. So it reduces our confidence in the educational system. Let lecturers give us that confidence that when you read and then you write, you can pass without having to tell anybody, without having to pay for the thing that you know you've read and written, without having to be failed unjustly,
Exactly.
without having to pay for. So those things that we've merited, allow us get it, and those people that did not merit it, don't take money and give our rights to
Let
them.
them try again.
Yes, let them try again. People that need to repeat, allow them repeat. Don't let parents come and tell you, my son failed primary 4, please put him in primary 5. Then they give you a token and then you collect and allow a child that failed primary 4 to
And there's a
fly
system where
and
you
go to
can
primary
consider the
5.
child. There's a system whereby you can consider the child. Okay, the child did not really do well, but if we mark this thing step by step,
Sure, the child might do well,
yes,
but I don't think is right. Even parents should not encourage it, because some of us, some of our parents are the ones that give us money for this bribe.
sure.
And then we'll come home, we say, mommy, I did not really write well or this exam. Then they give you
Ask the
money
lecturer,
to
yes.
to go and give to this lecturer to pass you. Like, or they will even use their hands to call the lecturer and say, please, can you help my child in this so space. Your child had a carryover. I don't want my child to be embarrassed and go back to write it again. Can you take this so amount? Please don't encourage it. Allow us to work and get results for what we've done. Don't be the one manipulating it. Those that did not merit it, don't give our results to them. Those that merit it, give them their results. It will improve our confidence in the educational system and even make people outside want to work. Do you know, at some points I told myself that the school system cannot determine to me how intelligent I am. I already know that I'm intelligent. So the lecturer cannot tell me based on his feeling, this is how intelligent you are. You're a C student now.
Yes, this school system only does one thing. It helps you to grade a particular aspect of your life that they feel should be in the school system.
Honestly.
They don't know how intelligent you are when it comes to emotional matters.
They don't
know how intelligent you are when it comes to you standing for your family.
Honestly, they
So
don't know
these
when
are
it comes to
aspects.
financial.
Yes, financial
they don't know.
They don't know.
Yeah, but they just grade you based on what you wrote on paper.
For
And
example,
if you
economics,
are
they grade you based
grading
on
me,
economics.
so if you are grading me, grade me based on what I've merited. Don't let somebody pay you money and then you give them my score, and then the person that did properly well, sleepless nights, to get there, you want them to still pay a token for you to accept them. All right, thank you so much. We have come to the end of the show. We did not get quite a lot of call from you guys, and we hope you will call in tomorrow and add your voice. We have really an interesting topic for you tomorrow, where you will call in and add your voice in our conversation. My name is MEKNEX, and you've been listening to Jordan 93.9 FM Abuja on the show Real Matters. I have two amazing people with me in the studio. Ahmed, say hi.
Hello, everyone.
And I also have Halita. You guys have been so amazing, and thank you so much for walking through this with us today. We are so sorry for the bridge, and we hope to see you same time tomorrow. See you guys in our next one. Before we leave, let's leave you with this Timi Dakolo Everything. Posa, you like Posa?
It's not up to two.
We're done. See you in the next one.
You like this one?